Do your job.
Anton Skoro with Fight Hub TV standing next to Kevin Ross out here at Battle in the Desert 2 Lion Fight Promotions. Kevin, how you doing tonight?
I feel great, man. Ready to put on a show.
Hey, so I want to talk to you about this show, man, because there's a little bit of bad blood. I mean, this cat's coming into your town, stepping up in weight, and trying to fight you, man. Talk to me a little bit about the feelings behind this.
You know, Chaz is the one that started all the bad blood, man. I kind of just jumped on board with him, but it's this whole East Coast, West Coast thing, and me and Mark were actually from the same state, believe it or not. So we're actually both East Coast boys, but I'm representing the West Coast. You know, just something to give the fans something to cheer about. A little tension in there, you know, a little bit of rivalry is all good, you know, so. You know, he's coming out, he stepped up, so my hat's off to him for that, so it should be a good fight.
Good fight, I definitely think so. And, you know, Kevin, that's something you're known for. I mean, you've every fight I've seen you in either ends up a great fight or a great fight. So talk to me a little bit about that, man. I mean, you're kind of known here in Vegas as a show guy. I mean, people know when you step in the ring, things are going to get crazy.
Yeah, you know, I mean, people pay money, you know, I mean, we're entertainment, you know, if you're just going in there just to win and, you know, to eke out a victory, but a boring one, I mean, I don't think you're doing your job. So for me, having a great fight is more important than winning a fight. So as long as the fans are entertained, you know, people want to see it and come back, they tell their friends, you know, next time there's more people here, the sport's growing, that's what's really important to me. Winning's always nice, but knowing that I gave it my all and put on a really good show, that's what's important for me. So yeah, I'd rather lose an exciting fight than win a boring one.
Absolutely. Well, and that's probably why you got 2010 Fighter of the Year last year. Talk to me a little bit about that award, and is that kind of, I guess, a highlight of a career for you so far?
You know, I felt really honored to get it, you know, especially being the first recipient of the award, and you know, I never really think about where I'm at in the sport, and then, you know, people say things all the time like you're great and this and that, but you know, I don't think about it too much, and then to get that award and to really realize that there's a lot of people that think I'm at that place in the sport, you know, it felt good, and I definitely want to do it again this year, and it gives you something to strive for, and it gives everyone else something to strive for too, you know, to look and say, hey, that guy was the top guy in the U.S. last year, we got to do just as good as he did or better, you know what I'm saying? So it's good for the sport, it's good for everybody.
Speaking of good for the sport, Cosmo Alexander's another guy that's, you know, co-main event tonight. A lot of talk about him crossing over into MMA. Talk to me a little bit about how you feel MMA fighters, or I guess Muay Thai fighters, will transition over into the sport of MMA.
You know, as long as they do it right, Muay Thai fighters can do really well in MMA. The problem is a lot of Muay Thai fighters try to solely rely on their Muay Thai, and that's not going to work out for you. You know, everybody's going to know that you want to stand up, and they're going to take you down. No matter how good their striking is, they're going to take you down. I'd take you down. You know what I'm saying? So if people are dedicated to the sport and switch over and, you know, they focus on the wrestling and jits, they can do really well. And that's one thing that's kept me from switching over, is having to do both sports is going to take away from both. I'm either going to be kind of good at both or really good at one. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to focus on the ground game. Your stand-up's good enough. You can stop doing stand-up and you're going to be better than all these guys. But all they have to do is know how to throw a jab and a cross, and it'll be good enough to get a takedown. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be aware of it. So, you know, as long as you dedicate yourself to the sport properly, I think Muay Thai guys can do really well. But since there's a lot bigger shows now, hopefully some guys will be sticking it out.
All right, so last question for you, Kevin. I want to know, can I get a prediction of how this fight's going to end for you tonight, and what round?
It's going to end good, and it's going to end before the end.
All right, guys. Kevin, anybody you want to give a shout out to or anything?
Everybody know my sponsors, K-Hero, all my trainers, training partners, all my friends, family, and fans that come here and support. You know, I just always hope that what I do, you know, inspires you and continues to, you know, push the sport to grow bigger, and I really appreciate all the support.
Awesome. Hey, best of luck to you tonight, Kevin, and thanks for the time, man.
Yeah, bro.